Hey fellow comrades, welcome back. Now today we're gonna be having some showdown going on. I felt like kinda sharing the experience with you guys, make a golden choice team and see how it actually works on the servers in that site. I felt like playing some showdown and I didn't really ladder or anything. It's kinda, I'm not really frequent with the site. I aren't really up there. It's kinda rare when I go on the site and actually play me some Pokemon just quickly. But I kinda felt like, you know what? I wanna quickly do some matches without too much focusing on friends codes and all the things, all the connection, all the bullshit you need to do in order to get your DS to work. So here we are, and I hope you guys will enjoy this as much as you may have enjoyed my alpha battles. But this kind of matches can be slow, can be fast. I kind of felt like just uploading them at normal speed and see how it went. Anyways, I'm gonna lead with Victini. He's gonna lead with his Brolass, his Frostlass. Now I'm kinda giving him thinking that I may just be a Scarf Victini, because Zoroark being Scarf isn't all that common. Mostly Scarf goes towards Victini, but this early he doesn't really realize his whole team is choiced in some way, shape, form. Specs, Scarf or Bandit. Now in this case I do go for the Flamethrower. I could have gone for the Dark Pulse if I would have had it. Of course this is Zoroark. Still want to give him thinking I'm a special Victini, because this early scouting of some sorts can really take few people off guard. You're gonna see a little bit later on how that move is gonna play a little bit of a key in the middle of the match. But anyways, he's gonna go for spikes. Just put down wild arrow spikes. On the next turn I'm actually gonna get disable. That's a little bit of a problem because I'm locked into struggle, which is not that bad. I guess if I would have been not really locked, I could have gone for the flamethrower. He would have not switched out to Venomoth to begin with. He would have probably switched out to Umbreon and proceed to go from there. But now, being that I'm disabled, I'm locked into struggle. I will need to either break his possible focus sash that they tend to run, or switch out. So I decided to switch out to Raikou. I felt like Raikou is probably gonna do the best in case he goes for Sleep Powder. I want to switch out to Rotom just in case he goes for Bug Buzz, predicting me to switch out knowing that I'm disabled and I'm choiced, because I did outspeed the Frostlass back then, and that's something that ordinarily should not supposed to happen if I would have not been choiced to begin with. But I'm kind of thinking, okay, he did Quiver Dance in the first turn, make a good move there. He didn't really just abuse Sleep Powder straight out of the bat like most people do, and I'm kind of in a pickle position because now he can easily start Quiver Dancing on me, and that can speak death towards my team. But as long as I can play offensive, aggressive very soon, I may still somehow manage. He still didn't put up the rocks of any sort. Checking out his team, I don't see many things really running rocks outside of his Cabellion, but that kinda does show me what kind of EV spread he is quite early in the match, so that can play a little bit of a key later on as well. Anyways, I'm gonna switch out to Victini this turn. Spike's doing some damage. Thinking, okay, this turn we're gonna go for the Recreate. He did go for the Quiver Dance again, so now this means that he can outspeed me. And do know this is a key move. At the beginning of the match, Victini was, or at least in his mind, he thought that Victini had Flamethrower, so he thinks that I'm special, which means my next move is probably going to be special. But because he's got +2 special defense, if he passes this to something else on his team, he's probably going to survive. But that's not going to be the case, my friend. V-Create to the face, and you can probably read right down there. He's gonna be like facepalm. Wait, this like a mix Victini, because he's seen the flamethrower back then. He didn't realize that was a Zoroark at the beginning. Choice Bandit, the other one is a little bit confused. Everybody's like, what the hell's going on? It was Clarifo. Now mixed Victini is surprised. It was not even Victini to begin with. That was a Zoroark back then. That was a Zoroark. So yeah, I didn't even see a Zoroark. Oh balls. Ah, dang, bruh. I like that play. You got lured. That's exactly what I was going for. Getting him lured. Because if I would have been special, then Nidoking would easily take it and ruin my day completely. +2 speed, +2 special defense, +2 special attack. The Feint Nidoking can stop whatever faces him after that. I mean, the Feint is incredibly strong. I don't see my team really working against him, especially with the elemental moves. But yes, Victini does get Flamethrower. I mean, the guy gets Fire Blast, so why wouldn't he get Flamethrower? But again, That back then was was a Zoroark. So yeah, the whole luring part did work into my favor right now, and stuff are looking quite decent. You know, my team is still looking very healthy. I kind of like the whole conversation back then, so the whole response, so I decided to kind of put it in here from this point on, and you know, just for the lols and laughs and all the good stuff. You know, I'm playing a good player here. I mean, he does take me down easily as that. I am Bandit on top, nearly took him down, and I did mention that Bandit Victini 2 shots and Melodic. I have actually said this by prior experience that I had in my one match before. It 2-shot a Melodic without Stealth Rock Spot. Now I'm not too sure what kind of EV spread it was. I'm pretty sure it was max defense, but 2-shot a Melodic. This guy is insane. V-Crate Victini is insane. You just don't 2-shot a Melodic that resists fire. You just don't do that. But okay, you know, I guess I was wrong. So Victini was taken down by the foul play. I'm extremely strong, so Umbreon's foul play was extremely strong to begin with. Easily take me out. And this guy was like, okay, what gimmicks are you mentioning this? No, I'm not a sleep talk. I guess he was thinking I'm a sleep talk, but this was actually a misclick on my behalf. Yes, exactly, because I'm asleep. And this was a problem because now I'm gonna give this Umbreon the chance to wish up and probably heal up with a protect afterwards. Again, I was face bombing to myself here because this is something I should have not allowed him to do, because Umbreon again can be a threat now that I lost Victini. Cabalion can stop it. Rotom can trick it possibly if it works, but he does have protect to scout afterwards, so that's gonna be a problem. Flygon just doesn't do enough damage to 2-shot it if he's at a reasonable amount of HP. And yeah, that all around speaking, Zoroark can Focus Blast it, but there is a chance to miss, and just relying on Focus Blast against the Umbreon just isn't the way to go. It's probably gonna like PP stall me, especially if it's a special defensive one. But then again, Earthquake isn't doing all that much, so I'm guessing he's running some defensive E-spread. I cannot really say because I'm not too familiar with the whole Flygon against Umbreon. I just know that Scarf Flygon just isn't even nearly as powerful as Bandit Flygon. That thing really hits like a truck, but this one doesn't even come close to it. But it still does enough damage to be to have its reasonable use of extreme speed. You know, when I say extreme speed, I mean with Scarf it is extremely fast. So yeah, it's a good Pokemon to begin with, but it just doesn't hit as much as a Bandit one with Admin. That thing really hits hard. Anyways, I'm just going for Earthquakes here just to do some damage. Now I'm gonna switch out to Rotom. He's gonna have physical Rotom. That would have been cool. But Rotom form of this sort, I'm just gonna go for the trick again. He's gonna go for protect to scout. What kind of move I'm gonna go for, and stuff are looking pretty bad. Now, bear in mind, he's got Cabalion, Umbreon, Porygon, and Venomoth. I'm pretty sure that the thing that doesn't really that kind of appreciates Scarf, well, that not really Scarf, that kind of appreciates a choice, that kind of appreciates being tricked in advance, is probably his Porygon. So now knowing that I am locked into trick, he's gonna switch out to Porygon. I could have seen this coming, but I'd rather give this Porygon choice specs and get myself choice Scarf. So this means I am faster than him, and he was actually thinking that I'm choice Scarf, because I guess Rotoms being choice Scarfs are more common than choice specs, and that little element of surprise there is gonna make his Porygon a little bit less useful, because now his Porygon is extremely powerful, but he just doesn't have the speed to handle my team. Like every single Pokemon now after this, actually everything on my team can outspeed him. That's how fast my team is after this. Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, and I believe another Choice Scarf. That is crazy. But you know, whatever I do, I can handle it. Raikou comes in. This Raikou is not asleep, so I do kind of take away the whole element of illusion, because my other Raikou is asleep. So this is of course illusion. Zoroark being disguised as good old Raikou is gonna in before Sucker Punch. Not really. Raikou doesn't learn that, but then again he does realize he does realize this is again a Zoroark. I do go for the U-turn because this team, of course, like I mentioned, every single Pokemon does have a scout, which gives enormous benefits, especially if you're locked into a move. I don't see myself working with 6 choice Pokemon if I don't have single scouts on all of them. because you know, if you lock yourself into, you would rather see going for a scout if they switch out, because they tend to switch out a lot, especially after this being quite an offensive team. I'm gonna go for the U-turn, switch out the Flygon, go for the outrage, and here is where he totally forget what the I guess it was a misclick. Why did I click that? Yeah, you know, it's not a problem. You did miss, so the game kind of balanced itself out, which was kind of kind of surprising to see. You just don't see that, but it was the sleep powder miss that make it up for not breaking the sleep clause. Or I guess the game can actually, does Showdown actually totally block from people going for the sleep clause. That may just be why sleep powder didn't really work, because again, that was a mistake. I guess he totally forgot, or just a misclick by his reaction there. Not a problem, not a problem. Happens to us all. I'm just gonna go for the close combat this turn. Break him down, break down his Porygon, and afterwards I'm thinking, okay, he did paralyze me, which was a problem because this is actually a Scarf Cobalion, and checking out his team, Scarf Cobalion would have ruined his day. Umbreon cannot do much. This guy can probably take one of my close combats, but afterwards not really. So I'm gonna switch out to Raikou to have it as a Death Fodder, because I'm thinking, well, I'm already asleep. This Cobalion doesn't run a sub because I've seen him running T-Wave, and T-Wave substitute just isn't all that common if it's not extremely gimmicky. And I'm pretty sure, judging by his team, this guy isn't all about extreme gimmicks. So I'm really certain that he is not gonna have anything of that sort. So I switch out to my Cobalion afterwards, thinking, okay, this is not Cobalion, this is Zoroark. I can go for the flamethrower, but then again, he's probably gonna see it coming, judging by the HP I'm at, and we're just gonna go for here. Now again, I'm using the normal speed here because I feel like if I speed up this kind of matches, they go extremely fast, too fast, and sometimes it kind of feels more natural like this. So if the video is a little bit longer than it should be, then I apologize, but again, I kind of like this Showdown match to be a little bit more natural than Wi-Fi. So he's gonna go for Protect, I'm gonna go for the close combat. He does get a Wish Up, not a problem. His own Cobalion may just switch out afterwards. He may just go for the Wish again, but I am actually offensive Cobalion. This is something he may just not know. I believe I'm running minus special defense nature, and something that doesn't cripple my special attack because I have a Volt Switch on it, and I still have 252 attack EVs. So that is still gonna be a considerable, you know, it's gonna be taking a huge punch to whatever faces him. It's really gonna be hitting hard. So I do go for close combat. I do a little bit more than half, which is excellent. Do get a special defense and a defense drop, which is a problem. But again, I'm pretty sure if he's a defensive spread, then one move from him should not take me out. It's not like it's a close combat to begin with, so Sacred Sword does not take me out. I go for my my close combat, take him down with additional power, makes some use of it, and this turn he's gonna switch out again. I'm gonna go for the close combat and take down his last. Zoroark has Focus Blast, Flygon has Earthquake. It still depends how game would have changed, but yeah, about the scores, only like getting started in there. Didn't felt like laddering, I just felt like having a quick match, and yeah, you know, I had fun, so I felt like sharing the experience with you guys. Anyways guys, hope you've enjoyed. Good game to my opponent there, whoever that was on Showdown. Maybe he's watching this by any chance, who knows, you never know. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Until next time guys, peace out.